today. From Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye. And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford. And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again. And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Off the play fake, Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Nico Collins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry. Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches? Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure. You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis. This one is incomplete. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away. Fourth down, Mills. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr. So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh? Yeah, they both had buys. Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun. He gets this to Davante Adams, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On first down, Carr. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Burkhead. We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Texans at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he'll have a gain of to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 28. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Now Mills on the bootleg. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Desmond King back deep. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mills now.
High throw, but the catch is made. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They go again with Pierce.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Play fake, Mills.
But he's got Dorsett complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
It was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Dameon Pierce.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams in the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following. Mills throw there, taken in by Dorsett. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
First down, Mills.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Play action now. Mills.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Sterling Shepard, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jameis Winston, strong as ever, as his guys finished off the first half at 7-1. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ryan Tannehill, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action from the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Carr now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Carr to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. To throw again on second down. Carr, catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mills from the gun on third down. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third at about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Rex Burkhead punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew they were time getting short. They had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it?
Touchdown! O.J. Howard from 4 yards out. And the Texans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Jacobs going to try the middle. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They go with Jacobs. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Pierce gets this one running right.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
That looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
To throw, Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football, get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and pound it in with Burkhead. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Rex Burkhead. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr
looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Texans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.